And moving now to our other big focus on NDTV, the northeastern state of Manipur. Well, what is the road ahead for the state? How to restore peace as far as the violence-hit state is concerned? How will the centre resolve the Manipur issue, and how will peace be brokered between the Kukis and the Meiteis? How can the centre arrive at a long-lasting solution for Manipur, and what are the challenges? Ratnadeep has the details.
That's right, and you have rightly pointed out that the scars are very raw, and in fact the state government actually doesn't have much scope to do anything in this, given the fact that, as you have rightly pointed out, that the Manipur state government and the Meitei civil societies have vehemently they have been saying that they will not compromise with the territorial integrity of Manipur, and if that is the stand, then it actually puts them on the opposite extreme to the demand of the Kuki groups, the 10 Kuki MLAs who have raised the demand of a separate administration. The Kukis don't want anything to do with the Manipur government and want a separate administration. Maybe they would in future would like to demand for a direct funding also if they get a separate administration. So therefore it is perhaps the centre which has to take this role of a negotiator, and that centre has already taken. However, the peace committee which was instituted by the Ministry of Home Affairs has been a non-starter. It was supposed to be led by the governor, but many of the powerful Kuki as well as Meitei civil society groups, intellectuals have opted out of it for different reasons, so that didn't work. Therefore, Ministry of Home Affairs is working in terms of backdoor negotiations with Meitei civil society groups as well as the Kuki rebel groups who have been under suspension of operation agreement. They are having talks in Delhi. Several rounds of talks have happened, in fact, but this process is going to take time, because this is like one step at a time. Build trust with one group, then move to another group, use them to convince the larger community, because here unfortunately one community has been pitted against other. It has both the communities have been at loggerhead. Perhaps one community which could have brokered peace are the Nagas. Remember, the Nagas are a very important community in Manipur, but given the fact that the Naga peace talks are also in a very advanced stage, the Nagas at this moment are not getting much involved. They're just trying to protect their areas, although some Naga organizations have come forward to ask for peace, has spoken to both sides. Also the fact that there is a lot of distrust on the security forces. When I say distrust on the security forces, what I mean is that the central forces who are posted in Manipur will not be there in Manipur for a long time. They have to be moved out after the situation becomes normal or near to normal, and army also will be moved to the barracks. So the force which will remain back in Manipur would be the state forces who will look after law and order, and the Assam Rifles, which will be largely looking after the international border with Myanmar as well as counter-insurgency operation. But when we were doing ground reports, we did see that there were allegations and counter-allegations from both communities. The Meiteis have been questioning in some time in certain cases role of Assam Rifles. The Kukis have been questioning in certain cases the role of the Manipur Police Commando. So that is one challenge that the government has in terms of trying to build kind of a consensus, and also BJP politically has not been able to completely use its biggest political asset in the northeast, its biggest leader, its biggest troubleshooter, Himanta Biswa Sharma. Remember, after Union Home Minister Amit Shah visited Manipur, Himanta Biswa Sharma also visited Manipur. He actually spoke to the Meitei groups, and then later in Guwahati he had several rounds of meeting with the Kuki groups. But then there was a media leak of a letter from a Kuki rebel group allegedly about links with the BJP for the 2017 elections, and that kind of created a bit of distrust about the BJP. Therefore, they cannot use their most influential leader directly, but we are told that he's still helping the party in terms of negotiations. And also with it, you have the issues of the Mizoram chief minister, the Mizoram people from Mizoram getting involved in one side because they have very close connections with the Zo Kuki tribe,